And there you have it. Both players are ready. So with that, let's go ahead and get our Season 32 playoffs underway with the quarterfinal matchup between the number 1 seed, Blue Scuti, and the number 8 seed, Hydrant. We'll count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. You know what? I have the ability to do that, so I'm going to do that. You can see their seed now. On the left, rolling out of the United States with an NTSC PB of 40,264,000, and is your former 5-time CTL champion, which he did back-to-back, all 5. Welcome in, Blue Scuti. And on the right, the number 8 seed, rolling out of the United States with a PB of 2,364,000. What a line spin that was. Of course, we'll get to that in a second. Welcome in, Hydrant. And yeah, of course, you do something really neat like that line spin, and then you mess up the very next piece. That's just the way it goes in Tetris. And that one mistake does mean that Blue Scuti will have the lead, as Scuti's got 6 in a row to start off this one. He does have a bar dependency. He's going to get that filled in quickly. And so far, this seed is proving to be pretty good for Scuti. Just a reminder how the playoffs go. It's a little different than the regular season. The higher seed, in this case Scuti, gets the choice of levels 18 or 19 in games 1, 3, and 5. Hydrant will get it in games 2, 4, and 6, or 2 and 4. There is no game 6. At least no official game 6 anyway. And there's no haggling over the pieces. It's the higher seed's choice, whether they re-roll or increment. 211 for Scuti, 186 and a mess for Hydrant. But Hydrant will be getting that down. Oh, and gets a perfectly timed bar there. Things are going to be looking pretty good in a moment here. And there it is. Right side is open. Still has to do some work to build it up, but gets that done, and bang, Tetris for Hydrant. He's back by 2.5 Tetrises here. All things considered, not bad. Could have been a lot worse. Another Tetris for Hydrant. Scuti opens up the right side and will bang one down himself. He's got 326 at the half. That's looking at a 652 transition pace. Shoutouts to Toast. 288 for Hydrant at the same point. He's going to be looking at around 570. Scuti, though, getting a little high. Nice T-lift there to make room for the square. Now has the right side open and is waiting on the bar. And there it is. Tetris for both players. Another Tetris for Hydrant. Things are moving along pretty solidly right now. Scuti's at the 100-line turn. Ooh. Hydrant, the last-minute decision on that J. Gets it where it needs to go. And now has the right side open, but there's a hole in column 9. Probably looking for some L's to take care of that. Another one will open it up. And there it is. So he's got 406 at the 100-line turn. Scuti coming out to a fairly decent lead now. It's about 3 Tetrises in pace. Scuti is also ahead by 10 lines. So his real-time lead is more than that. Adam Irish dropping the 16-month resub at Tier 1. Thank you very much, Adam. Oh, Scuti is in a lot of trouble. Scuti is in huge trouble. He needs a bar. He gets the bar for the triple. Level 19 is right around the corner. He's got to get this figured out quickly. I think he's going to have it low enough that he can handle. But oh my goodness. Maybe not. Yeah, this is a scary transition at 561. But he gets just the right pieces after transition to burn it all the way back down. 552 for Hydrant. Hydrant has pulled it almost all the way back. It's neck and neck. As we are off and running at the level 19 speeds. Those are about 50% faster than what we were just playing a moment ago. Should they make it to level 29, the speed will increase again. It will double. And then if they make it to 39, it'll double once again. Into an almost unplayable supersonic speed. Scuti gets a bar for the Tetris. He's got the lead back, 697 to 634. Although he is ahead by 8 lines, so the lead is very minimal. Yeah, that was one of those cases where it's like, you know, it's level 18. I'm just going to start talking about things not related to the game. And then all of a sudden I had to talk about things related to the game. Scuti, some nice tucks there. Gonna get the Tetris. 799 into level 24. That is halfway through the level 19 speeds. Hydrant won't quite be that high. We'll get a bar to go to 768, so really it's about a Tetris difference in pace. Scuti with some complex tucks here. Gonna get one done. Gets a couple Tetrises and then gets the other one. So not a problem. Scuti ready for another Tetris, looking for a bar, but kind of got some parity issues to take care of first. Solves those quickly. And then bang, Tetris. There's the max out for Scuti. 1,027,000. Gets it in 27. I think Hydrant still has... maybe not now. Yeah, he's still got runway to get in on 27. And there it is. Max out for Hydrant. Also on level 27. He's got 1,000,004. Scuti about to hit level 29 here. It's going to go in a little dirty, but we'll get a Tetris. He was in at 1.1. Hydrant might actually have that beat. He can still get 2 Tetrises here. Oh, not anymore, though. There's going to be neck and neck going into the kill screen, but Scuti is alive and scoring. There's a Tetris for Hydrant, also going in slightly dirty. He did have the better transition, but did not have the better start to 29. Oh, boy, that was dangerous, and he's going to top it out here at 1,117,000. Scuti, you are good for game number 1. Yeah, that was definitely a tale of 2 transitions to level 29. But honestly, a really good back and forth affair between 18 and 19. Let's go ahead and count it down. Game number 2. Scuti up 1-0. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. These 2 players have met 4 times prior. 3 of those coming in CTL seasons 22, 29, and 31, all in the regular season. The only other time they met was at CTWC Philadelphia. Scuti had to squeak by in that one, taking it to a decider best of 3, winning that 2-1. But Scuti was able to get it done in all 4 of those matches. We'll see what happens here. As a level 19 start doing nothing to hurt Scuti's game at the moment. Hydrant's just going to have to play 2 rows up here. He's not getting the pieces he needs to get that hole dug out. And of course, right when he decides to do that's when the drought happens. He gets a bar over for the Tetris, though. I am pretty sure these two have played 19 in a regular season game before. I'm pretty sure that happened. And I think that was a Season 29 game. Because it was the lone 19 game that Hydrant won. Of course, my memory could just be garbage, and I could be not speaking facts, but feel like that happened. 253 for Scuti, 222 for Hydrant. T's gonna hang on the left, missed 5-tap. Could be a little dangerous if he doesn't get the right pieces here. And so far, the right pieces seem to be not coming. And another missed 5-tap. This could be trouble. He's got to get something left. And the bar won't go. He's done. Scuti takes a quick 2-0 lead. On the ropes. Can Scuti pull it out? We'll find out in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Scuti says 230 lines of 19 is too much for me. But 3,000 lines of 29 isn't. Got it. Check. Understood. Jungle Cook over on YouTube says blue sushi. No, he's not having the sushi. Cold Bucket is. Yeah, that was a 19 start that definitely backfired for Hydrant. Another Tetris there for Scuti. As you can see, he is jamming today. I don't know if I'd be jamming with this board, though. This is, gonna need some pieces. Look at those pieces. Look at them. All right, he's gonna have to take some burns finally after 7 in a row, but my God, that... I set something like that up, I'm in a lot of trouble. Scuti set something like that up, and it's like, okay. He's gonna misdrop the L there, but overall, his stack is a lot better than it was. Scuti now going to prioritize getting this down. That's allowed Hydrant to take the lead, 193 to 190. Well, never mind, it's tied. And Scuti now will take the lead, but it's a slight lead, 1,500 points. Neck and neck. Ninja rating. Welcome in, Ninja. Orlando, I don't know if you've noticed, I am not playing today. But I hope you're doing good. Oh, God. Guys, you saw how fast Hydrant lost in game 2, I would lose the entire match in that amount of time. And Hydrant's good at this game. And he's not losing this one that easily, though, as he is ahead by half a single, as we're a little more than halfway through the level 18 speeds. In fact, this has been a much better start for him. And even from game number 1, I mean, this is extremely efficient. I see the link over in YouTube, so I'm going to post it over here as well, because I am very dissatisfied with that number in the lower right-hand corner. I'd like to see that go up. I want to see more contributions to this match, Reno. Get them in here. These players deserve to get paid because they are putting on a show. Our top 4 will get paid at the end of the season. Scuti's already getting 25 bucks of that. Alex T's already getting 25 bucks of that. They won their divisions. Let's at least try to get this thing up to $1,000 before the end of the playoffs. Tyler says that I deserve to get paid. Now, you can kind of indirectly do that with, you know, your Twitch Prime. Just saying. Goes to everyone in the Restreamer pool, but, you know. Both players over 500,000, and neither player had 110 lines yet. You know, this is going to be a good game. At least on 18. There's another Tetris for both players. That's quite a big double well for Hydrant. So he's going to take a double and then get an Akibar in there to resolve it. We're about to hit level 19. 2 Tetrises remain if neither player burns. They're almost piece for piece, too. There's the Simul Tetris. 600,000 for Scuti. 595 for Hydrant. And they will both go in with a Tetris. 624 to 619. Scuti, though, in a bit of a spot. Does get some good pieces to open up the right side. We'll bang down another Tetris. Hydrant in the lead by about 15,000. That double flip, though. He's been having a few of those happen from time to time today. Trying to figure out what he's going to do to resolve this. This is going to be a bit of a difficult ask right now. He is not getting good pieces either. Scuti has taken the lead. He's got it by about 55,000. But that's only going to go up as long as he's scoring Tetrises and Hydrant is burning. He's just having to stack over that hole in column 7 there. This is not good. Alright, this is better. Ooh, a couple of misdrops as well. Scuti is just still putting on the pressure and now has a 153,000 point lead. And all Hydrant's been able to do is burn. But now Hydrant will get out of it. He'll be back into scoring again. But the damage is done. It's a 200,000 point lead for Scuti. So we are more than halfway through the level 19 speeds. Scuti getting close to a pretty early max out here. Other Tetris, there's the max out for Scuti. Level 26. Hydrant has been scoring again. So he's got the board settled down. He's getting points back up on the board, looking to max out soon. Just getting some really nice pieces there. There's another Tetris for Hydrant. 1.1 for Scuti, though. And for a brief moment, a 1.2 was on the table, but not now. He's going to bang a Tetris down the right side. And here we go. 1,171,000 for Scuti into level 29. Hydrant's got some work to do to keep his season going. And he's setting up in column 7. And there's no bar. And it comes too late. He's going to be done at the max out. And Blue Scuti will take it in a sweep. He'll move on to round number 2. GG's. He will face the winner of Sidnev and Cobra once that one happens. Well, let's see what he can get done here. This is a pretty good score for level 32. Oh, look at that! That aggressive Tetris. Woof! That 5-tap. So difficult. But he makes it look so easy. Oh, another 5-tap on that long bar there. Didn't even need it. Like, if that went into column 2, you would have been forgiven to think that was intentional. 1.5 here on level 35. Look at all those bars. Couldn't do anything with them. Oh, the Tetris for Scuti. There's a rollover. .7 is going to be doable, but difficult. Maybe he gets a triple. He's got it. He's not going for the triple, though. He gets the final Tetris into the kill screen. The double kill screen, to be specific. 1,745,000. I think that sends a message to the rest of the bracket, don't you think? Blue Scuti is your winner. GG's. And that, of course, means he does move on to the semifinals to take on the winner of Sidnev and Cobra, but we've got some unfinished business tonight. After what I think will be a bit of a break, we'll have Alex T taking on Coal Bucket. It's Coal and Hydrant who have the wildcard spots. Alice would need to win to get to 19 points. Of note, ID Kirby can get to 18, but he loses tiebreakers to both Critical Lapis and Hydrant. But he can avoid relegation, and that's probably the most important thing for him at this point, I would imagine. We got both players ready for their Division 1A match to avoid relegation. Find out what happens here in game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, Alice in a bit of trouble here, and she's gonna not be able to get the L over to the left. Can she get out of this? Oh, what a bar. But can't get the 5-tap over. Oh my, oh no, 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 no! And Alice is done at 7:15. And Kirby's gonna take it in a sweep. So Kirby will avoid relegation. Alice is not out yet, but she's gonna have to play one of Tetris Time or Somalian.
For game number 1 of a potential 7, it's Alice, it's Somalian. A Div 1 spot's on the line. Who is going to get it? Only one way to find out, and that's by playing some Tetris in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Actually, in a little bit of trouble before I go on that point. Alice needs a bar now in column 2, has to take a couple burns, but hangs the T, and Alice Alice tops out. Need to take the lead here. Oh no, Alice hangs a bar and hangs a C. And Alice tops out at line 72 on 274. Somalian will take another game here. Oh, Somalian hangs a T-piece there. Had to cover the well and is gonna top out. I'm not even sure intentionally, but beautiful line spin to get the burn, but Alice is gonna top out at A60. Oh, no! What? The controller broke? I look away for 2 seconds and oh no, Alice. And for the CTL Season 32 Div 1 and 2 playoffs, it's winter, it's Tetris time. A Div 1 spot is at stake. We're gonna count them down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Now, if it was top player privilege 3s, they'd be warming up for 30 minutes. I can get them in line. And to be fair, Tetris time was like 10 minutes late because he had tech issues. Anyway, welcome in one and all. This is our final divisional playoff match for promotion and relegation. It's Div 1 and 2. It's winter, it's Tetris time. We'll see after this match who will be our final player locked in for Div 1 action for Season 33. With that, we're going to go ahead and give you a brief introduction rundown of the like of these two players and how they got here. Starting out on our left-hand side, rolling out of the United States of America with an NTSC PB of 2.41 million. That is just outside the top 40 of all-time PBs in Classic Tetris. One of our growing number of Tetris for the non-pro graduates that have made their way into the promised land of Division 1. Join the likes of Cobra and Coal Bucket in those ranks too. Started competing in CTL in Season 25. Has been playing in Division 1 since, well, this season. It's her first. Finished second from bottom, but hoping to stay in the division. It's winter. And Tetris Time's in a bit of trouble here early on. It's a typical kind of day, but he hangs the L piece, and Tetris Time is gonna top out at 100K. It was a TT dig, but not even TT could have handled it. And Winter is going to take game number 1 here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. It's a TZ start here. And different choices for the opening. Neither the most optimal, but still pretty good moves. Solid, safe moves to make. It will be Winter who gets the first Tetris here. Tetris Time once again starting out with some burns. And has, I think tried to go for the spin tuck there of the S piece. Didn't quite work out, but does set up a dirty Tetris on row 3. Anyway, I don't think we actually got to introduce Tetris Time, so we'll go ahead and do that. On the right-hand side, coming out of Division 2 with a PB of 5.42 million points. That is 20th in the all-time records. Has been competing in Div 2 for the past 3 seasons and hoping to try and finally end that streak here today. Finished 3rd place by just a single point. But hoping to get that Div 1 spot that he was so close to in the regular season. It is Tetris Time. Current lead is with Winter, 165, Tetris Time 109. These two have only faced off against each other once before in their classic Tetris careers in terms of ELO matches. And that was at CTWC Kansas City in the semifinals. It was Tetris Time who won that by 3-1. That was only Winter's 3rd ever CTWC competition. Played in Stillwater in 2024, and of course CTWC in 2025, the main World Championships, along with Kansas City in 2025 as well. Fingers crossed we'll see her again at CTWC in 2026. Tetris Winter 279, Tetris Time 223. Eve is in Div 2. Played in the playoffs, I think, last season, but didn't end up getting promoted. Tetris for TT up to 269 sets up a vertical S-tuck. Winter's still leading by about 3.5 Tetrises here, though. And TT is still holding out. And does get the S-piece. Good tuck there for TT. Very high double well. But TT getting all the right pieces to fill it out. And we'll take another Tetris. Tetris as well for Winter. Yeah, Eve finished second in Division 2A last season and wasn't promoted because of playoffs. Lost 4-1 to Critical Apis in the promotion playoffs last season. 422 to Winter, 410 for Tetris Time. Both of these players were ranked in the most recent edition of the Classic Tetris Premier Pool, which is a ranking poll of the best Classic Tetris players in the world, conducted by various Classic Tetris people, restreamers, tournament organizers, journalists alike. Tetris Time ranked in 16th place of all ranked players, up 6 from the previous month, in between Chugi and Guafi. Guafi, of course, getting promoted automatically from TT's division this season. While Winter ranked in 21st overall in what was just her second ranked month ever. In between ID Kirby and Akatsu. 539 for Winter, 525 for TT, so has caught up here. Winter does have a long bar dependency on the left-hand side. Gets the 5-tap. Fairly simple to bring that over. Good double with the T. Adjusts the S-piece to make room for that T-piece. Tetris for TT. Both players gearing up now for a level 19 transition here shortly. TT with a really good burn with that L-piece to open up the bar dependency. TT goes in first at 598, Winter with a 596, so we are practically neck and neck going into the transition, and both players take another Tetris. Not a surprise that they were pretty even. These two in their lifetime game stats are practically neck and neck when it comes to their fair median 19 transitions. 538 to 525 is their lifetime statistics on that. They're both in about the top 50 in that rank, in that sort of stats. TT has now taken the lead here, 701. Winter responds back on 696. But truth be told, especially with the slight line deficit that TT had given Winter there, there's really no one here who has the advantage. Even if the real-time lead does narrowly fall in favor of Tetris Time. Winter is set up for a Tetris here, but has to block off the well. TT gets a bar over for a Tetris to go to 759. Winter, her board is getting high. Needs something in column 2. Does burn a double with the T-piece, but now needs an L-piece. Doesn't get it in time, and Winter is going to top out at 728. So TT has taken a game right back to 1 Tetris. 102? All right. That's nuts. It's like 39 Celsius. That's probably the hottest I've ever, like, actually, I don't even think that's the hottest I've ever been in. It's probably close. That's crazy. 102, and it's March. So Tetris time now with the game under his belt. Has hopefully put that early top in game one behind him, but has started out in Tetris time fashion by getting himself into a dig. Tetris for Winter. And takes another Tetris to take the lead here, taking advantage of TT's board state here, but TT cleans it up pretty quickly, again, as you'd expect TT to do. Good triple, gets the well back open, now waiting again for another long bar, and gets it. Winter is on 123, Tetris time 106, 30 lines in. Of the two players, Tetris time does come into it as the marginal favorite of the two. If you're basing it solely off of their current ELO, Winter's a 1955 ELO, which is 38th in the world compared to Tetris time, who is just shy of the top 20 with a 2038 ELO. That puts the odds at 62 to 38 in favor of Tetris time. TT is set up for a dirty Tetris in column 8, row 8. But still waiting on that long bar. Finally gets it. Dirty Tetris for TT. Sets up another and gets another. The perfect pieces, perfect timing. And TT, with a bit of a smile on his face, he's relieved that that all worked out. It was all part of the plan. $249 for Winter, $209 for Tetris time. So TT is still trailing despite that awesome, dirty, double dirty Tetris. But does take another there in column 2. Getting the right well back open. Winter, very solid game from her so far. Still leading by about a Tetris and a half over Tetris time here. Does TT use lotion for rolling? I don't know. I'd assume so, given the fact he doesn't use a glove. Or maybe, you know, he's just pure skin. He's like, no, he just TT does not use lotion. He is just thugging it out, I assume. Or maybe he's like come up with a new element. It's not like lotion based, but you know, maybe he just puts like, he has like an element he's created, and it just makes rolling good. Tetris for TT. Winter still leads on 368. The Category 5 earthquake has hit Nebraska again as Winter's camera shakes. Tetris for Tetris time 356. Winter 392. I didn't know Nebraska was on the Ring of Fire. But it's okay. Tetris TT 380. Winter up to 439. We're past the turn, and both players with a nice clean board simul-tetrising. Good skim there for Winter. Good setup for it as well. Really like those placements. Long bar dependency. Fills it in first before going for the Tetris board health overall. Love to see it. The long bar came again right after anyway, so it all worked out, but yeah. Nice J-tuck there for Winter up high. Takes a double to open back up the well. Tetris time with a skim of an L and a T. And we'll get the bar over for a Tetris. So will Winter. 5-16.